Hello fellow geeks and welcome back to Running Geek Girl. My name is Heather and I am glad you're here today. If you're new here, make sure that you click the subscribe button right down here so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I would love to have you hang out with me and talk some more about running. Today we're going to have part 2 in our series of New Runner 101. These are frequently asked questions for people who are relatively new to running. So if you've decided to take that step into running, maybe these will help you answer some of the initial questions that you have about how to get started. If you've missed the first part of the series, I'm going to have a link down to the playlist so you can catch up on what you've missed so far. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the questions, how fast do I need to run, and what is cross-training? First of all, how fast do you need to run? Well, first of all, fast is a relative term. What's fast to you could be slow to someone else, and what is fast to someone else could be slow to you. So there's no one real definition on fast. A lot of runners, when they're first starting out, will try to start out too fast, and you will either injure yourself or burn yourself out really quickly. What you need to do is to find a comfortable pace. The first thing that you want to focus on is not your speed, but your consistency. You need to be able to work up to a regular routine of getting outside and running. Don't worry about how fast you're going. Don't worry if it seems too slow. Go ahead, pull the pace back, and just focus on developing a routine of getting out the door and on your feet. Once you're running, keep it to what's called conversational pace. This means that while you're running, if someone were to ask you a question or were to try to carry on a conversation with you, you would still be able to talk. It's okay if you need to take a few breaths in between words in order to get a full sentence out, but if you cannot talk, you need to slow down because you're pushing yourself too fast. Also, if you're going to take walk breaks or spend some of the run time that you have on your feet walking, you need to make sure that you are walking at a brisk enough pace. Don't mosey along, don't slow way down just because you're walking, don't come to a complete stop. You need to go ahead and be sure that you're walking at a brisk enough rate that you can keep your heart rate up, but are still able to talk easily. The bottom line is, when you're first starting out, don't take a risk by running too fast or too far. There's a lot of people that think, oh, I should be able to handle 3 miles really easily. And you may be able to get through that first 3 miles, but you'll definitely pay for it the next day. Take things slow. It may seem like you're taking baby steps, but this is what's best for your body. You need to acclimate yourself to a running routine. The second question today is, what is cross-training and do I really have to do it? Cross-training, for those of you who are new to this, is activity that you do during the week that is still considered exercise but is not running. Do you have to do it? Well, no one's forcing you, but trust me, it does make a difference. I spent a long time when I first started running not doing my cross-training. Now that I've been running for a while and I've added cross-training into the mix, I've found that it's made such a huge difference. So it's definitely something that you'll want to look into. When you're cross-training, this is something that you'll want to do at least 2 times a week. You can do more than that. You could do 3 or 4 times a week, but you'll want to do at least 2 days a week of cross-training, preferably the days that you are not running. As far as what you're going to do for cross-training, it needs to be at least 30 minutes of something that you find enjoyable. This can be yoga, cycling, swimming, aerobics, anything that is going to get you up and moving but is not running. And yes, taking a nice brisk walk does fall into the category of cross-training because although you are still using your legs, they are different muscles than you use when you're running. There are tons of exercise and cross-training videos that are available on YouTube. So you can do a quick search for yoga, arm strength, core exercises. Just do a quick search and you'll find all kinds of things that you can choose from that won't take up the better part of your day. If your gyms are open right now, then you can also see what classes your gyms are offering. They can offer things like Zumba, bar classes, resistance band training. You can just see what's available if you're the type of person that likes to work out in a group setting. You can even think outside the box. If you want to take dance classes, then guess what? That can be considered cross-training as well. The important thing is that cross-training helps you stay consistent with your exercise. And remember, when you're starting out, you're wanting to work on building your consistency and making working out and running a part of your regular life. Cross-training is important because it's helping you develop the muscles around running. Anything that's going to help strengthen the rest of your body to support you as you run. It's going to build strength in your joints, in your tendons, and muscles that you wouldn't even normally think of when it comes to running. For example, your ab muscles. If you work on those, your ab muscles can keep you upright so that at the end of a run, when you're tired, you can stay upright and manage to have good breathing procedures as you're finishing a run. Cross-training is meant to give you extra support for your running in order to make running and walking easier on your body. One of my favorite ways to look for cross-training that's specifically designed for runners is through the Run Experience. They have a YouTube channel here that I'm going to put a link to, and they also have their own app with lots of different programs that you can check out. So I'll make sure to include a link so that you can download your app and check it out if you're interested. So there's 2 more questions answered about how fast do you need to run and what is cross-training. If you found this helpful, make sure that you let me know by dropping a comment or leaving me a like. Again, make sure that you're subscribed if you haven't subscribed already, and follow me on social media. You can find all the links in the description box. You can find me across most platforms under the name Running Geek Girl. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you stopped by, and I wish you the best in your running. Happy running, everyone.